Right, quick plug. So I recently wrote a little article, and I say a little, it's like 2,000 words. So like if you don't have 10 minutes of your free time, just make 10 minutes and we'll, link in the description, go and click and read it. Because I wrote a few words on the Escape from New York and Escape from LA as sort of these examples of like how these are way more important films than just genre or sci-fi meets western, because that's kind of how they are always discussed. As in, Kurt Russell, he's doing Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef is in the film and whatnot. Or the second one's just like, oh, terrible rehash of everything that we had before, but the surfing sequence is like the 60s movies, or it's like the Batman movie with Adam West and whatever. But there's so much more, and also looks like it's a roadmap, like a like a cautionary tale of like, this is where Republicans will take the world into. Like, this is the direction for far right authoritarian sort of thinking, how they would construct the world if you allow them to. And actually, if you look around and look at Escape from LA, Escape from New York, they're kind of succeeding. So go and read it. That's kind of how I want to say the premise of the piece is. How you can look at the elements of world building as sort of this, and like John Carpenter is a very well-known anti-establishment guy. He's kind of like, I don't know, he's like a raging hippie, bordering on like a conspiracy theorist. Like, as I may have mentioned this at some point, that the guy gave an interview like 20 years ago, and he had a stack of books behind him all about UFO conspiracies. So you got like pinch of salt with a lot of stuff that he was talking about. But he gets a lot of stuff right. If you actually watch these films and look at the world building and look how the sort of the universe is constructed around the main story about this guy going into, I don't know, like a prison colony to retrieve a president or some kind of a MacGuffin, then you kind of see that this is what the world would look like if you allow, like, MAGA adjacent far right people to actually have their way, which is kind of I don't know, it's kind of my pastime to look at potentially just disposable genre films and just tell people like, hey, there's more to find in here if you're willing to look. So link in the description, go and read it and see if you can find what I've found in there. So yeah, good luck.